These are the three factors that will determine if you will ever become grateful or not. In other words, these three things will help you to develop gratitude. Number one is that you need to count your blessings and name them one by one, as a songwriter once said. If you don't care about your blessings, you're not counting your blessings, there is just no way you're going to be grateful, man. Gratitude is you recognize that I have fingers, and it's a gift from God. Every good and perfect gift comes from God, right? Yeah, you recognize that. Gratitude is that you recognize that you have eyes that can see. You have your brain that can articulate things. You have this cup and it has water in it. Clean water for that matter. That may sound simple, but you need to remember that there are millions, if not billions, of people across the globe who do not have access to the same. You're educated. Not many people can, not, or rather, there are so many people who cannot read and write. And you are not better than them as a human being. When we consider the real things that make someone a good human being, you may not be better than them. But they, for one reason or the other, do not have that privilege that you do have. So you have to be grateful, man. We all have things for which we should be grateful. You have food on your table, you should count it a blessing. You have shelter, you have clothing, you wake up every day feeling secured, healthy, strong, and yet you go about complaining about the things that maybe the society glorifies, but are not really the essentials of life, which you could have, by the way, and which you should aspire to have, but not at the expense of being grateful for what you already have, which are the real deal. The air you breathe looks common, but not everyone has that privilege or is fortunate enough to be able to breathe freely as you do. And not because you're better, it's just because God is merciful to you. And to me, it's God's mercy, man. So we all have a reason to be grateful. And when you take note of all those, you count them, you consciously name them. I have this, I have that, I have that, I have that, I have that. You can count more than 10, more than 20, and if you are diligent enough, maybe more than 30 or up to 50. I mean, if you count all of that and still you are not grateful, then maybe you need a therapist. Yeah, so because you should be, you really should be, I mean that with all seriousness. Then, number two, strategy for developing gratitude is that you need to read the kind of materials that will help you to think in the line of gratitude and recognition of what you have and the abundance that you have already. The real things that matter that you already have. You need books on that. You need to listen to people like me who have a clear understanding of what this looks like and is willing to share it with you. You need that kind of information because you cannot operate beyond the information that you have, the quality of that information, the veracity of that information, because these are the things that transform you from where you are now to where you ought to be. You know, the Bible said, "Be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind." The way you renew your mind is by the kind of things you listen to. If you are listening to junks, you will still transform yourself, but from grace to grass. Nobody wants that package. All right. So, but when you listen to high quality, well intended information, you shape your life in a very positive way. And you should do that, especially with someone like me. Okay? So that's the point. Read and listen to the right kind of resources, and you will become more resourceful, a better person. The number three is the kind of friends you keep. Assuming you are my close buddy, we share things every time we relate, we discuss on frequent basis. You will be more grateful because I will more likely point you in that direction, especially when you are derailing, you are becoming too focused on the other things at the expense of the right things. And don't get me wrong, I inspire people to become hyper ambitious, hyper focused on accomplishing big things, but not at the expense of what you already have. If you are ignoring what you have already, how are you qualified for more? If you are not faithful in these little ones that you have, you are not grateful for these little ones, you're not appreciative of these little ones, you do not respect the little ones you have, who will be safe or will feel safe enough to entrust even more into your hands? Not human beings, not God will do that because it will be a disaster. So, man, recognize what you have and your life will be better. How do you see that? And then, to achieve that, associate with the right kind of people. Associate with people, friends, family, and yeah, associates that will point you in the right direction because you become like an average of the five people that you relate with or that are closest to you. So it's your obligation, your responsibility to select who these five or more people should be. And if they are the right people, you are likely to become the right person as well. If they are the wrong people, evil communication will always corrupt good manners. So think about that. Follow me if you want to see more content like this. See you in my next video. Thank you.